Wait, what? Ryan Garcia left the Canelo gym because he wanted his independence, much like Floyd Mayweather versus Top Rank when he left? I don't know. We about to talk about that though in this video. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Smash the like button. Happy Super Bowl. Ryan Garcia split from his team Canelo, because he wanted independence, his own gym, and to build a better brand. Link in the description. Now, I reported the news that Ryan Garcia is no longer going to be training with Eddy Reynoso, and he's instead training at his own gym, Fierce King, and that's in San Diego. And he's working with trainer Joe Goosen. So for more on that, check out that particular video. So this article, they interview Ryan's pops, his dad, and co-trainer to see what's going on, right? And I've highlighted it for you guys. It says, quote, Ryan Garcia decided that it was time for him to have his own gym where he is not confined to a certain schedule and a certain day. It's like, hey, we have a fight coming up, you know? He wanted to build his own brand and make it bigger. I think it's time. It's like when you have an apartment. You get tired of renting and you want your own place. It's almost like that. The main thing is that Ryan did not want to feel that he was, in somebody else's, he felt that his brand can hold up. Just like Floyd Mayweather Jr., when Mayweather decided to move away from Top Rank and start his own thing. Now, that statement is highly confusing. I don't see how this is analogous to easy work, Floyd leaving Top Rank at all. But let me keep going. He says, like, when Floyd decided to move away from Top Rank, start his own thing. It's almost the same thing. He just didn't want to feel confined to one area where you have to wait until they decide to work out, and this is that. We don't want that. We want to have our own place, and what's wrong with that? Ryan is becoming a strong man and making his own decisions. That's the bottom line. We have to respect that. He's not a kid anymore. He wants to make his own decisions, and it's not a bad thing. We're still in contact with everyone at Team Canelo. He goes on to say, we have love for Canelo, Eddy, and the team. They are beautiful and awesome people. I can't emphasize that enough. We respect them, and there's no hard feelings at all. We thank them for all their assistance, and we're appreciative of everything they've done. But I guess, we had to make some changes. That's something that was decided. Eddy helped me tremendously. We wanted to be a championship coach so I can experience it myself. Nobody knows my son better than I do. So listen, to each his own, if it works for them. But it sounds like there's underlying issues to me, where, like, he says we respect Canelo's team, but then he also likened it to Floyd leaving Top Rank. And when Floyd left Top Rank, it wasn't on good terms when he left Top Rank. So that's, even if there's nothing wrong and everybody's at peace and cordial, that's a weird comparison, because we all know Floyd, he says the best is, I have it on tape, I recorded it. I was like 8 feet away from Floyd Mayweather when he gave this speech after Gervonta Davis's fight, and he says leaving Top Rank was the best decision of my career. I bought myself out of my contract for $750,000, and in 3 fights I made $750 million. So you do the math, right? And it wasn't amicable, and it wasn't like Floyd felt held back. So the way Ryan Garcia's dad is doing this interview, that's what is kind of making it sound like. And it's also making me feel that he wants almost the spotlight, and you guys, if you think my read is wrong, but it sounds like they want to be in charge. Like, we want to be the team, and whatever, it's to each his own. It's Ryan's career, but we'll see how it plays out for him. But it sounds like his dad wants to be involved for sure. And this happens in boxing, where you have a fighter and then the dad maybe gets him into boxing. And many experts will probably say that your father, depending on who he is, can only take you so far. And then when you get to a certain elite level, unless we're talking about your father being Floyd Sr., who fought, or Roger Mayweather, something like that, maybe there's only so far that your pops could take you, So I don't really know Ryan Garcia's dad's background and stuff like that, but it sounds like he wants to be involved. He has his own product, the Cobra Reflex bag. He's selling his own product and stuff like that. So to each his own. Other thing that's kind of concerning or, questionable is just the fact that Joe Goosen, he's probably a busy dude too. He has other fighters. He had his fighter get ready for Jaron in his fight, and that was Sergey Lipinets. And he's also a commentator with PBC. So it to me, this is not necessarily the good news for Ryan Garcia, because I make my shekels on YouTube as a YouTuber. So I'm all about the independent hustle and independent grind, trust me, because that's what I did. I found a way out the mud to get out of typical traditional work, 9-to-5 work, and do YouTube full time. You know what I mean? So I'm a Bay Area, California hustler, man. So I've always celebrated the independent hustler and that kind of thing. But you got to make sure you're doing things for the right reason. Like, being independent also comes with a certain level of stress and overhead as well. So you got to be smart. And from hearing this, I don't know their intent and stuff, but it sounds like Ryan Garcia wants to spotlight Eddie Reynoso. He has Canelo. He has a big fight for Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. And this kind of sounds like what Canelo was saying. Canelo says, Ryan Garcia, we have to tell him to come to the gym. He has talent, but he's wasting his talent. He lacks discipline. He doesn't want to show up and stuff like that. And I think Ryan Garcia, from hearing this stuff, it sounds like Ryan Garcia is young and he's achieved whatever level of success that he's achieved right now. And he doesn't want to be bound by any rules. And that's not a good thing if my read is accurate. Like, Eddie Reynoso is saying, hey, we're going to be in the gym at 7 a.m. And then Ryan like, I went out to the movies with my chick. I don't want to come in at 7 a.m. I'd rather be there at 10. And I've heard behind the scenes, and some of these stories have been published, but I've heard of a lot of stories like this where different fighters were lacking discipline. They weren't, they get a trainer and they're too cool with the trainer or whatever. And then the trainer lets them walk all over them and they're not disciplined, And I hate to put someone on blast, but I heard some stories about Carlos Balderas, and then they said he wasn't showing up. He wasn't training like he was supposed to. And he an Olympian. He gets knocked out by a dude out of Mexico who wasn't supposed to who wasn't supposed to upset him. So boxing, best of luck to Ryan, but boxing is definitely a grueling sport, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to make it count, and following rules and stuff. To me, it sounds like what I've always thought. Eddie Reynoso, I don't know him personally, but he seems like a pretty no nonsense type of person. And he has Canelo, who's his star pupil, and he makes crazy money with him. And Canelo, at the very least, is super disciplined and a student of the game. So I really feel, again, I don't know Eddie Reynoso, but I feel like Eddie is not going to take anything lesser than that. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to accept nothing, because why? You got Canelo who is leading the pack. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to accept less. It's like if you're Phil Jackson with the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan is the team leader and he's doing everything and he's sweating at practice and stuff, you're not going to accept Horace Grant or somebody, Paxton, not giving their full effort. You like, man, you see what Jordan's doing. He the star. He make more money than all y'all, and he's putting in this work. So I know Ryan Garcia's team, they wanted to refute like the notion that Eddie Reynoso and him didn't work out because of discipline issues. But to me, this interview just furthers it. To me, this is just ego, EGO. Y'all know what it is. This is my opinion. it sounds like what Canelo was saying was true. That's my perspective reading this and hearing like he's saying he wants his independence and we want to be the team. I mean, it says we want to have our own place. What's wrong with that? I mean, whatever. Ryan, he's young, so we'll see how it plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did in the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next videos. Ego signing off. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.